Hello everybody, again with all of you. I am Junieth Machado and today is with me Arnoud. How are you, Arnoud?
I'm fine, Junieth. Yeah, hi. My name is Arnoud Raskin. I started like 15 years ago building the mobile school. I'm an industrial designer from background, did it as a thesis program. Ended up working on the streets for over 7 years with street kids with mobile school, and Thomas asked us to give you some feedback on the concepts you developed.
I'm going to start giving a little bit the feedback, but because it's really good the work that you are doing for the material, and for the first material that you are developing, I think that it's really important that you connect the situation with the real life of the guys on the street, of the kids on the street, and you can connect the different animal and the different situation that you are thinking for the kids, that you can connect also with the life of them on the street and on their life. It's really important also that you can to do it funny for the kids, that they keep the fun, that they can keep fun for them and they can enjoy it themselves, and also for the street educators.
Try to keep the exercise as short as possible. We often saw people that developed educational tools for mobile school that came up with an explanation of 10 minutes before they could start the exercise, and then the kids are gone before you actually start because they get bored because of the explanation. So as Junieth told you, link the situation, but think of the situation as well, because the situation should inspire them. Don't expect them to be they need something. If you tell them like you shine shoes of a client, that's like a really daily act that they have to do, and that often doesn't really triggers them to use it creative. So mix it, bring these normal acts like shining shoes, like maybe bagging on the streets, having a fight on the streets, but put some special stuff, like there is, for example, they're going to a football game or something, the things they dream of. Like a few small remarks still. I think as well, what's not really clear for me is how they choose in between the animal and the situation, and as well over there, don't condemn them as being, guide them enough, like give them a tool, otherwise they will be watching you and they will be asking you like, what do I have to do? Lots of them will sit and wait because they just expect you to give it to them, to tell them what to do. For them they perceive school with listening to and just doing what the teacher tells you. No, that's not the concept of mobile school. So that should not be the basics of your material, but just be aware of the fact that quite a few of these kids could come up and perceive you like that, and then so they will be waiting for you to give them like a kind of a guidance. So make clear how they choose in between the two topics. But the question is like, okay, if they, it's really cool. I really love the fact of the animals. I think that will work for sure. That will be, the associations that they will make with cockroaches and spiders and snakes. I'm sure that will work. The difficulty is link it to the situation and get them in the concept of getting these topics, these negative topics of the animal to positive topics. So maybe you should think as well on a dynamic, like draw the animal in a circle and put negative stuff around it, like it's dangerous, it can bite, it stinks, I don't know. But do the same thing, like what's good of that animal, give them a methodology to find the positive thing. If you ask them like this, hey Junieth, you're a kid on the streets, and what could be positive about a snake? Most of them will be blocked. I'm really curious of what you're gonna make.
Yeah,
it
really
looks good.
enthusiastic.
So just keep on going. It looks promising. I think in the concept that there is a good opportunity that we could standardize that in the mobile school package, but it depends on the finishing touch. So good luck.
This is the feedback for the second group about the food ingredients, and sometimes it's a little bit funny, the materials about the healthy food and the not healthy, because for us on the street, the not healthy food like French fries, it's really delicious food. And my question is, how do you going to stimulate the guys to choose the ingredients and to choose the other foods, and also take care a little bit with the ingredients of the food, because the ingredients sometimes not are the same ingredients in all the countries. What do you think, Arnoud?
Yeah, I would focus on one continent, just where you are like a little bit. Some people know the context in that continent or do some research, but I would go for one continent and just choose the food that is known in that continent, and then for sure if we design a material, we can adapt it to another continent. Latin America junk food is perceived as high class. People go to McDonald's, and that's as well a kind of wealth. That's like perceived as a kind of a top restaurant. So it's what I like about the material. It's simple, it's short. It doesn't need lots of explanation. You can play and explain while playing with them. What I miss or do not understand yet is the do factor. When it's just a discussion, you could lose them. So can you have them to do something like the fact of creating menus? For example, asking them what was the menu that your mom used to make, or what did you eat it before you left to the streets at home, and maybe you can show us how to make that dish, and how could you add it, and what do they eat in Italy, and stuff like that. Make them think, and get the vision open. Lots of opportunities. But some action in it, doing, maybe with real food, could work as well.
Good luck, success with everything that you are doing.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot, and wondering what's gonna be the final product. Thank you. Yeah, exercise on agility. It's a really difficult topic, I think, to work on, and working with 3 teams. Be careful. I think there is a big risk for you guys that it's gonna be way too complex. 3 teams working together. I think you should think more of 3 kids working together, having like different roles, so that you can control them. You need to keep them busy. If you don't keep them busy, they're gone. They need to be involved. They need to be acting constantly. What I was thinking of is an exercise that we have done in Guatemala. Actually, we never developed a material, but we worked with emotions, and we worked with puppets, with socks that we draw on, and we had like a sock which was like the happy person, we had like the sad person, we had like the angry person, and we had like it was about emotions. And then actually asked the kids their opinion about different situations. So we had like 4 different opinions. There was an educator with them as well who had an opinion as well. And then we put the socks into a bucket, and then we just mixed them, and then we just grabbed the sock, and then we had like a different emotion. And the situations were linked to emotions. So then we got into a situation where I had to defend the opinion of a street kid. And her opinion was like, drugs is really cool because it makes me fly around and I forget everything and I really enjoy it. And my opinion as street educator was drugs is really unhealthy. And so then I got in the situation where I had to defend the role of the street kid, and the street kid had to defend my opinion. And then I had kids that were convincing me with the puppets that I should stop consuming drugs, and I was defending the consuming of drugs. So you turn around roll socks because you could buy them like really easily, and we had like the nail kind of painting stuff in Latin America. You have them in yellow and pink and these ugly colors. And Junieth, the Latinos
beautiful colors.
and we used nail polish to paint it on really cheap socks. So.
But also it's important still that you keep the energizes, that you keep also the fun of the kids. But yeah, like for example in the mobile school also there are one panel that you can to make the turn with your fingers, and maybe it's a good opportunity that they can to close their eyes and they can to choose one situation with their fingers, and then to talk about the pro and contra about that situation.
They're not used to be listened at by other kids maybe, but people of society, they just to give an opinion, they're not used to that. So if you create a platform in which they can build on opinions, you will make them more agile as well, to understand, to move in society too. So I think lots of opportunities. I love the fact you brought the sock game back into my head. I completely forgot about it, so you made me remember about that. So I'm gonna put that on the list straight ahead, because we need to put that in the mobile school concept again. And maybe you guys offer something that would be great. So make it simple. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, but I think the idea it's really good and really important. And it will be great for the kids if you can develop more simple.
Now Junieth is gonna start because she's crazy about music. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know too much about music, but I like the music.
Dancing.
And dancing also. It's really good that you can develop the music, because we already going to have in the mobile school one panels with movements that they can do. But also if you can develop music, that will be great, because we have music and we have also the steps for dancing. So I think it will be great. So maybe you have to think about what kind of music do you want to show them, or that they can do it for themselves.
We use sports, we use creative therapy, theater, we use all kinds of stuff, and there's one thing missing, and that's music for sure, because the kids, they love music. If you see these guys in Latin America, they are much more flexible than we are. I always look pathetic when I go dancing in Latin America.
It's better you don't put dancing on the street.
It's not simple to keep it theft proof, to get like instruments in and stuff, so it's a good idea to use the mobile school. I would think as well using garbage and stuff. Often kids work at dumps as well, so plastic bottles are close. They can find stones, they can make like stuff they can create like.
Because also one of the work also on the street with the kids is that they make with the plastic bottle, they put inside some stones, yes, and then they go inside of the bus and they sing a song, and then the people have to pay them for listen.
Actually, what we have been thinking of, I'm just because it's not developed, and maybe you guys can pick that up. But we have these magnetic boards, and we were thinking of putting like as well lines with different sounds. For example, you have to clap your hands once, or it doesn't sound.
Try to do it. No, I can't.
Yes,
yeah.
So stuff like that, you have these lines, and that the kids themselves with tabs they can like make a composition, make a music thing, and then you give the rhythm as an educator with a stick on the mobile school, and they know when they have to clap, and you can create like that. Or another kid, what I heard about it, like give like the lead to another kid to lead the group. You wrap it up, I think, for the 4 groups. Keep it simple, short and active. Don't explain. Don't expect kids to wait you to, as an educator, to explain how the game works. They just come in and they have to start, and they have to learning by doing actually. On the other hand, thanks a lot. I'm surprised. You know, we started like a few months ago with this product in StreetwiZe, doing these trainings, and actually I realized that us, you know, the people of Mobile School, the so-called experts on developing educational material, we're also in a fixed perception. You know, expertise for us can be a problem as well. And it's really great to have people from outside that think like with a fresh hat and think on Mobile School, and it really delivers really valuable stuff for Mobile School. So this will have impact, I can ensure that. So thanks a lot for your involvement.
And I think it's really good, and I think also that you are enjoying this doing this, because it's like sharing your experiences with others people also, because they already Thomas show videos of the guys on the street, and I think that you learn from them, and it's really good also that they can learn from all of you, and it's sharing experiences in the world, and I think that it's great, and success with everything.
Good luck. Thank you.